Hi, this is Rob and Lena.
We'd like to share some of our Ireland trip with you. Enjoy.
So here we are in the Pittsburgh airport. We had a little bit of trouble getting from Pittsburgh to Dublin due to some weather problems in the United States. But eventually we were able to make it to JFK and get on our Aer Lingus flight to Dublin. When we arrived the next day in Dublin, we were greeted in the airport by tons of blue and white balloons and also some other decorations for the UCF fans there. It was about 4:40 in the morning when we finally arrived in Dublin, and we were very tired. So when we arrived in Dublin at our hotel, it was way too early for us to check in. So we grabbed a little bit of sleep in the lobby and then walked around town. We were able to see a lot of the interesting sights around town, including some of the Guinness trucks. We walked along the River Liffey, exploring many interesting things like the Custom House, and also we stumbled upon the Famine Memorial, which was donated by Canada for the victims of the Great Irish Famine.
Hi, Elena. Say hi to everyone from Ireland. Say hi.
Oh, hi.
You're on
taking a video?
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at it. We're on the tour bus here, and we're about to start our tour around Dublin.
The bus tour took us around various areas of the city. We got to see things like the post office, very neat old buildings. We also got to catch a view of our football players going to the library at Trinity College. And this is a view from the Temple Bar district, and I was amazed by the number of Penn State and UCF flags we saw hanging around town. The Irish were very excited to see us. In the evening, we caught up with a blue band for a pep rally performance, where I was able to get my picture taken with the lion. During the pep rally, we caught up with our friends Jesse and Jenny and grabbed a drink at the Dawson Lounge, which is the smallest pub in the world. It only sat 24 people. This was my first Guinness in Ireland, and it was amazing. So for dinner, we headed further down the street to a fancy bistro. We enjoyed the excellent decor and the great food. So on Friday, we walked over to the Jameson Distillery from our hotel. It was a very interesting building, although they no longer brew Jameson at this particular site.
So even though the tour is booked up fast, we luckily got there ahead of time and got our tickets. We had a nice lunch, and then we went on our tour with Nigel. We lucked out and had a great tour guide. He was hilarious. He kept us informed and entertained the whole way through.
Everybody is in a funny shaped room with a great big piece of equipment in the middle, boys. Folks, when you come in, actually just turn to your right. There is more room on the right there. You guys are fine over there, you are. And keep taking the photographs, lots of photographs. Change your Facebook profile picture, show Jameson. It is very hot water. It is not boiling water, it is just very hot water. And this machine that is turning, that's beating or mashing the mixture. Now by beating the mixture of the flour and the hot water, elements in the flour are now changed to convert into sugars. As I said before, without sugar there's no fermentation, and no fermentation equals no alcohol. This is very, very important. Now you'll notice, floating on the top of the mash tub, we have this brown residue. Now this residue is called spent grain. And this is what's left from the flour that is no longer unfortunately not spent. When we get to the bar, there is a glass of Jameson for everybody. Have it straight or with ginger and lime, up to you. Soft drinks for anybody under the age of 18 and anybody over 18 who doesn't want to have alcohol. The volunteers, as well as the glass of Jameson they get to drink 3 extra.
I was also lucky enough to be selected to be a taste tester. Next, we headed down to Temple Bar for the pep rally. You can see, even though we were really far away, there was a ton of fans out for the prep rally. It was amazing. And even after the pep rally was over, we stood there for several minutes as the crowd slowly filtered out. This is also where I got my Dublin button. The real highlight of the day was the Guinness party later that evening. It was absolutely amazing. As we entered the Guinness storehouse, we were greeted by the Penn State cheerleaders, the Nittany Lion, and the band. They were all playing towards the center core of the building as we moved from floor to floor up towards the top. When we got to the top, we were served dinner, and afterwards they had drinks and dancing.
Part of the dessert was this Guinness mousse in like a little tart. It was amazing.
Sad when the evening had to end, but they had plenty of free swag for us on the way out. So our Saturday morning tailgate started in the Porterhouse in Temple Bar.
So here we are at the tailgate drinking first thing in the morning. Yay! Go State!
Similar to home tailgates, we enjoyed plenty of beverages from porter to red ale and also ciders, which are very popular in Ireland. From Temple Bar, we caught the bus over to Croke Park, which was one of the largest structures in downtown Dublin. Here's the video from the GoPro cam on the Penn State skydiver as he comes into Croke Park with the game football. You can see the ocean off to the left, and you can also see the River Liffey running through the middle of town. This was a really neat video, so I have to thank the skydiver for recording this for everyone to see. Good work. Turns out though the UCF skydiver wasn't so lucky. So when we were finally able to get to our seats and enjoy the game, you can see that Croke Park was set up a little differently because it's much bigger than an American football stadium. Penn State was able to get to an early lead in the game, but never by very much. Sam Ficken was very instrumental in making sure he made all of his kicks, and it turns out he's the reason we won the game at the end. At halftime, they brought out a hurling team, which is a very interesting combination between field hockey and lacrosse. It was very entertaining. UCF went ahead with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Luckily, we were able to drive down, and Sam Ficken kicked a field goal with 3 seconds left to win the game. Coach Franklin was very enthusiastic about the win and even stopped to do a "We Are Penn State" cheer with the fans before he exited the stadium. After the game, we caught up with our friends in Fitzsimmons, where we saw this interesting t-shirt that we thought Chad would like. So one of the most interesting parts of the trip ended up being our trip to Kilmainham Jail, The story of the jail featured prominently in the Irish quest towards independence. The Victorian East Wing of the jail was very interesting, and neat that we get to spend a lot of time there. After leaving the jail, we stopped at Dublin Castle. Later, we walked around the Temple Bar district to grab these wonderful pictures of the murals that many of the bars had painted on them to celebrate Penn State coming into town. We also had an excellent lunch. We went back to Fitzsimmons in the afternoon and had this wonderful lamb shank lunch. This is Rob. I'd like to thank you for watching the video, and also be sure to check out the newsletter.